Hello, welcome. This is Ms. Rodriguez. Just in case you were absent on Monday, August 17th, I did want to go over some important things for history class. Today, we really started our unit on Native Americans like before Europeans were exploring. And so, one thing that you'll notice is that in Google Classroom, in the stream, you can see that I posted a link for Skies, which is where we're going to be doing our warm ups and like taking video notes as a class. We posted the assignment, and the assignments we're going to post with the actual date that it was assigned, or that we're working on it. And so this way, if you're ever absent, you can like find things by date easier if it helps. And then there is a slideshow, and that slideshow is the one that I was projecting at the start. The slideshow is not something for you guys to make a copy of. It's something that, as we're discussing things, as like more questions come up, etc., I'll be putting, like our warm ups are in there. They're on Skies as well, but just for me to project easier. Um, the brainpop videos are there. If like Zoom is ever acting weird or you're absent, you miss a video, then you can go to the videos themselves and go ahead and watch it. If they're not on YouTube, then I do provide the code there for you. Based off of student discussions, you'll see that there's maps there for you, other pictures, and then we have the actual like assignments, which of course I'm linking on Google Classroom for you and actually assigning it as the assignment. So you'll see that this goes on for the unit. So there's a lot of slides here with information, things that come up year after year for what we're studying. And so if you're ever absent, you can kind of, or you get kicked out of the Zoom session, you can kind of keep track of like what we're going through using the slideshow. And of course, keep track of what is being assigned or the new things that are being posted on Google Classroom. You can see that. And so today when we started, I projected the slide that said, you gotta get to Skies once you go to your Zoom session through Clever. All of our links are on Clever now. This is a sample of what your Clever would look like, except your pages would say something like math, and then science, Mendez English, and then Rodriguez for history. So when you go to your history class, you'll see that there are two links there for you. One of them is the Zoom session link. I did remove the link and say go through Clever, please. And so your link is here exclusively on Clever now for you guys to go through Clever and actually access a Zoom link there. And then once you enter into Clever, and click on your Zoom link, then go ahead and click on your Skies link, and you're going to see that there's a warm-up there waiting for you. Each period has their own code, so I didn't project the code, like you got to go through Clever, or I put the code there. Well, the end part is the code. If you click on the link and then sign in through Google, what you're going to see is a student version of this. You'll see that there's a card that has a warm-up on it. The date is there. I recorded myself reading the warm-up out loud to you guys. And then what you would do is you would hit a little plus sign. I'm sorry I can't show you the student view. You would hit a plus sign, and then a window is going to come up, and you'll actually be able to type on the card. And you can see that I have all of your warm-ups here, your responses. So I'm hoping that you use Skies, the skieslearn's program last year in 7th grade if you were here at Vaughn. It's really intuitive. I'll post the warm-up question. You'll click on the plus sign, and it'll take you to be able to type your answer on the card. And then we can call on people, and I can just quickly take a look at all of the things you guys are saying for your warm-up. And then after the warm-up, we reviewed it, we called on students, and again, I'm looking through the Skies cards to see what are some of the responses. And then we watched our brainpop video. And again, all of the video links are going to be here in the unit PowerPoint. So I recommend you watch the video. The username and password is there. And we took Skies notes together. So I put brainpop Native Americans. Here are some notes for the video. And what students did at the end of the video is they went ahead and they posted something that stood out to them based off of the video. So we had students share out for that as well. And you can see that these are some different video notes. Now, it works best for people to really have one place to have all of their warm-ups and their notes, because when we take our quiz, our first one is next week. When we're taking our quizzes, you're going to notice that a lot of the questions are coming from our discussions, they're coming from our videos, they're coming from our warm-ups, and it's going to be an open notebook, I guess, open notebook quiz. And so you'll be able to go into your skies and you'll be able to see what you had marked as answers for the warm-ups. And you'll be able to see everyone's class notes. And so it will really help you guys, I think, keep all of that stuff in one place for when you're taking the quiz. And then once we reviewed some things from the brainpop, like about how Native Americans crossed over thousands and thousands of years ago during an ice age across the Bering Land Bridge, and then their descendants spread out in the Americas. We talked about how their cultures would have been different depending on what region they were living in. Like if you're living in Alaska, it's very different. Your lifestyle, your clothing, your food, your housing, it's going to be very different than if you're living in the Caribbean, where it's a lot warmer all year round. And then we also talked about Christopher Columbus, how after he left from Spain, went across the Atlantic Ocean, landed in the Caribbean islands. He was originally trying to go around the earth to go to Asia, like China, etc. Landed in the Caribbean islands, not knowing Europeans at the time, they had no idea that there was this huge continent here, North and South America. When he landed in the Caribbean islands and saw these brown people speaking a different language, he said, "This must be India. I've landed in India." And that name stuck, unfortunately, even though it's not correct. India is a country on the other side of the world. This is the Caribbean. These are not Indians. But the name just stuck. Even the title of the video we saw today was called American Indians. And I will refer to them as Native Americans. Okay. So then we got started on this assignment. Again, everything is being posted in Google Classroom. You see that there's the assignment here. When you click on the actual document, we wanted to make sure that because you guys are in view only, you are going to have to make a copy of the actual documents that you're working on. These were answers we came up with during class. I'll go ahead and leave that on there in case you were absent. You'll see that you would go to File, Make a Copy, and you're going to put this into your history folder. And this week we want to create a subfolder for this unit. So you're grouping all of your unit's work in that one history subfolder. This way, when it's quiz time, you have access to everything that you've already worked on, and it's not all over your Google Classroom. Okay. And so I read to people aloud. One thing that you'll notice is that I'm linking things on the actual assignment. Like here's the reading that you would need to complete this by August 18th. And then I'm also linking, whenever you have a reading, I'll do a recording of myself reading it to you guys because some students need that. And on the actual document itself is the reading link. There's the PDF. And then the video link for me reading it aloud to you. So I read it aloud to the class. We went over Mesoamerica, so like Mexico, El Salvador, Guatemala region, and then further down south into what's now like Peru and Chile. We talked about the Mayans, we talked about the Aztecs, and we talked about the Inca Empire. And so tomorrow we'll be finishing this off. You'll have a chance to go into your breakout rooms. You don't need to make another copy. This is the one copy that you make for the assignment. Many assignments, or some assignments, they might take more than one day. And so you don't go making a whole other copy. You just use the one that's in your recent, your drive for the recent documents that's already in your history folder. So this will be finished August 18th, and if you're still not done, then it becomes homework and something that you can finish by Friday. And then that was it for today. So it was a lot of showing people where to find things and just starting to get into the rhythm of going to Skies for the warm-up, doing our notes as a class where we can all see each other's responses to help each other take notes, and then making a copy of the assignment where we can actually type on the document, and making sure we're following along with the reading. And tomorrow you'll be able to listen to me reading the rest of the article to you guys out loud.